So good evening ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. So right now I'm in Pavilion Bukit Jalil to check out this newly launched the Kia Niro, the electric vehicle from Kia. So right now Kia in Malaysia actually have another model of EV, which is the Kia EV6, which is launched back in 2022. So actually I don't know about the specs of this car because I didn't study yet, so I'm just bringing you a very simple walk around video of this 2023 Kia Niro EV. So before I start, please make sure to subscribe, like and share my videos. So I'll just open the headlights and hazard light to show you around the car. So let's start from the exterior styling first. So as you can see, this looks very fresh, alright? It feels like a very futuristic car, alright? So this actually follows the Kia, the latest design language, alright? Down you see some parts you can see in the Kia Telluride, the Kia Sorento, as well as the Kia EV6. So the headlight cluster is actually mounted at the center right here, and the upper part right here is actually just a garnishing. Alright, so it mimics, if you look from far you thought that is the LED light strip, but it's actually just a simple garnishing. And these are the LED headlights projectors. There's a signal light, also doubles as your daytime running lights. Right, the design looks very fresh in my opinion. There's the LED fog lights, and you may be wondering where's the charging port located. So aside from the Kia logo right here, the charging port is right here. You need to press and unlock. So this shows how many charge you have. Right, they have 3 bars. This is your AC and this is your DC charger. Alright. So it's all manually. Alright, it's not automatic. So down there, so I suppose this Kia Niro has a Advanced Safety Assist, otherwise known as ADAS system. So I suppose that's the Adaptive Cruise Control module. It's a honeycomb design, makes the car look more sporty, and some elements right here. So the size of this car is around the size of slightly bigger than the Kia Hyundai Kona EV, alright? So this is the side profile of the Kia Niro. Pretty refreshing in my opinion. As you can see, the C pillar has the blacked out, so it looks a bit contrast with the paint job. Actually, the Kia Niro in Malaysia has 3 paint jobs, alright, which I will show put in the description. So these are the rims. They are finished in 17-inch, alright, Continental tires, 215/55 R17. So these are the alloy rims, but it's the low resistance type, so it actually saves the electric energy. So the side mirrors right here have a very interesting design for the indicators, right? And it also has a blind spot monitoring. You have keyless for both front doors, but it's a button type, right? You press to lock or unlock the car. And some garnishing, so it looks like it's basically a crossover SUV, alright? You get front and rear disc brakes, and this car is actually front wheel drive because there's only electric motor for the front wheels. It's not a 4-wheel drive. So this is the rear look of the Kia Niro. Looks very different from any other Kia model that you see, be it the EV6. The EV6 has a very premium design, but this also looks pretty nice and clean. Signals and reverse light is mounted at the below of the bumper section. You get a very pronounced spoiler, and the top brake light is actually this LED bars right here. Very long. And do get power tailgate.
So today at Kia, every single thing that we do, every single project that we do
goes out slowly, and these are the Maggie Me carpets. Alright. So down here you do get some storage space. There are no spare tire obviously because this is an EV car. They need to save some weight. As you can see, EV partial shelf, and I suppose there's a tonneau cover right here, but they are removed, so because they're afraid some people may stow it. The power boot closed quite fast. Shark fin antenna, and this is the roof rack is finished in plastic, so I don't think you can load too heavy stuff up here. Right, very simple walk around. Actually, the color combination of this car makes the car look very sporty and looks very interesting because of the headlights design as well. It looks totally different than the usual Kia models that you look at. And actually, in my opinion, I think Kia actually makes the best design amongst its competitors such as the Genesis or even the Hyundai. Now let's check out the interior. So this part are finished in matte black instead of gloss black, alright? So there's some cost optimization. So interior, you get full leather seats with a very interesting panels. And the headrest right here also finished in a very interesting design. It sort of looks like the Volvo style kind of headrest, alright, very ergonomic. You get electronic seat adjuster, alright. You also get aluminium pedals, alright. So now let's get inside the car. Okay, so now, first impression of the interior, very futuristic, alright. It's also a more brand new design than the Kia EV6, okay. Both are EV oriented kind of design, alright. So as you can see, you get some ambient lighting which is finished in a very interesting patterns. Upper part is wrapped in soft touch plastic, but it has a very interesting texture, alright. This is the center speaker and this is the sensor for the headlights, I suppose. As you can see, the dashboard has a wrap around design, which makes the interior look like a boat, alright, the yacht, alright, which gives you a very secure kind of interior design. Look like they are part of the interior, alright. It's not like some car makers, they design this a bit, this a bit, this a bit, which doesn't contrast for the whole interior design philosophy, alright. And this obviously is a full screen display, but they make it a bit of design, so it's not just flat screen, alright. They actually make some designs to make it look more interesting. And this touch panel, I think this is for the air conditioning and as well as the touchscreen head unit adjustment, alright. It's the same system as you found in the Kia EV6, I suppose. Alright, this 2-spoke leather wrap steering wheel you found in the Kia EV6 as well. Very nice to grip, alright. Very chunky steering. This is the pedal for you to put the regenerative braking system. These are your headlight cluster, which has auto mode. The wiper as well. So these are your memory seat function only for the driver's side. These are your side mirror folding. They actually close quite fast. Central locking only for the driver's side. These door handles are finished in, I think this is painted plastic, but still feel very high quality, alright. It won't break like the X50, alright. And some garnishing right here. All four windows are powered, but only the front part gets automatic because it has 2 steps instead of behind, only got 1 step. Child lock, alright, window lock. There's the bonnet release, headlight leveling, and press and hold to open the power tailgate. These are your traction control off. Alright, overall the interior layout looks pretty interesting, pretty new, alright. These are your drive mode selector. I suppose you get your normal eco, comfort, sport, alright. These are Bluetooth telephones. These are to control the adaptive cruise control. Alright, 12-volt socket, USB port, USB Type-C, and there's a key wireless charging. And this part is rubberized, so when you put your phone, it won't make any noise. Alright. P, you press to start the electric. Alright. The P is at the center, so you get reverse, you twist to the left. And then you twist to the most right to D. This is your seat heater, seat cooling, heated steering, auto hold, electronic parking brake. So it's actually full-fledged of features that you can get because this is CBU. So the prices is around 300,000 ringgit Malaysia. Alright, it's not cheap, alright. But you have to look at the overall package. The design, the quality, as well as the specs they're given. I think actually Kia gives one of the best specification for electric vehicle or even the usual internal combustion engine cars. Alright, you seat heater and seat cooling for both sides, both front passenger and driver seat. These are your front parking sensor as well as a 360-degree camera. This part, very huge, right? To push to reveal the cup holder. So this is a similar design you found in the Volkswagen Golf or the Volkswagen Tiguan, which is very clever. And it's spring-loaded. If you don't need it, just push it back. And it reveals a very big storage space for you to put your handbags, alright? To prevent the snatch thief for lady drivers, alright? And this part can be removed. So this part sort of copies the design of the Honda CR-V. If you remember, Honda CR-V has the similar kind of center console where and you remove the tray right here, you can put lots of stuff, alright? You get a cover with felt to cover the screws. So this is some attention to details, alright? And the center armrest can't be adjusted forward and back, it's fixed. But I feel like this is very ergonomics, alright? And you get a sunroof. This is a CBU car, alright, but it's not the panoramic type. The lights are touch sensitive, but the light lights up gradually, which is nice. Alright, so now let's get inside behind the car. These are the fuse box, alright. This part is rather shallow, the door pockets, and this part wrapped in fabric. This part is hard plastic. This part is soft touch plastic. So the door opening are very wide, alright, very big doors. Alright, let's see at the back seat. So the doors are very solid, typical Kia, alright. You get door handles. This part are hard plastic. At the front is soft touch. So cost optimization. This part still in fabric. This part is hard plastic, alright. But I will expect here to have some other color combination so it doesn't look dull, alright. So why my legs like this? Because the front seat is adjusted into not the ideal sitting position for Asian. So I just sit it here. So you will notice the seat bench is full length, alright. But the position is rather low, so it still supports my thigh, alright. And the seat's leather quality is really nice, alright. It's the bench type seat. And you do get a center armrest with 2 cup holders. You can fold down the rear seat by pulling a lever. Right, the seats fold 60-40. Alright. So you do get some seat pockets, and this part are wrapped in hard plastic instead of leather pouch. But this is the substantial type, so it may be more solid. Rear aircon vents, but you cannot adjust the temperature or fan speed, alright. So at the rear, I feel less claustrophobic because the window is pretty huge. So what do you think about the Kia Niro? Alright, this is my first impression walking around. Of course, no exhaust because it's an electric vehicle. So do you have any comments about this car? Alright, so do comment down and let me know what you think about the Kia Niro. So that's all from me, Chen Automotive Channel. I will see you in my next video. Cheers.